I don't know any photographers who do both photography and video unless there's an explicit agreement to do that. I would just confirm before going to the shoot. It's usually just two different pieces of equipment. And it's how you do pictures, like, so a lot of my photos, you know, the ones that have the trails on them, for example, they require what's called I mean, you could do a front curtain sync, but the rear curtain sync is better. And what that means is with a rear curtain sync, what they do is they open the aperture of the lens, they expose the image of you for whatever, 3/4 of a second, maybe a second and a half, whatever. And then at the end, right before the shutter closes, the flash goes off so that your body is in, like your body looks clear and all the blurriness is behind it. And so the last image is where you were standing, but the trails are still there because of the light that was exposed while the aperture was open. So that the equipment that's necessary for that is different than what you might be using for photography, for videography. So there's that as well. Although that said, I highly recommend when you go to any of these shoots that you bring a tripod and you use your camera on your cell phone and you take video. And again, as I was saying in that voice message, I would try and frame it so that it's more a tight shot than like a wide shot, because wide shots are just, they don't have the emotional grab, you know? Seeing people's faces has more of an emotional grab. And as much as we, as poi people, might look at it and be like, oh, that's a really cool anti-spin pattern, all they see is fire. They don't know a good, they don't know what a good technical pattern would be. So what might impress us as poi artists is not necessarily what's going to impress them. What's more impressive is your attitude and your smile and your, woo, I'm happy doing my little buzzsaw here, which is the least technical move you can probably do in so many ways, but it is a showstopper because it looks death-defying because the fire is right here and it looks like you can set yourself on fire at any moment, right? You're playing with that illusion.